Now we turn our attention to the schools. A lot of children got the day off, but quite a few schools held classes. Deborah Haas continues our live team coverage. She's live with the dilemma schools faced about whether to send children home early. That was a tough one, Deb.
Well, it really is, Carol. A day like today when the snow starts falling after the kids get to school. Just a moment, please. A day like today, whenever the snow starts falling after the kids get to school, it really does create a unique dilemma for the schools. In order to send the kids home early, it creates a lot of logistical problems, both for the schools and the families. But the schools say it comes down to student safety.
I have an announcement to make.
At Indian Hill Elementary today, Principal Melissa Stewart's words were not what her students hoped for.
So we will not be having an early dismissal today. It's business as usual. You know how excited I am about that. Let's have a great day of learning.
In the library, faces went from this when she said there was an announcement to this when she made it. Making the call to send children home because it's snowing or to keep them in class isn't easy.
It is not always a guarantee that the snow comes when they say it's going to, and it is a very difficult and tricky decision, but one that's made in looking at a lot of factors.
At Loveland High School, students spent the full school day as well, but all the novice drivers here got a head start on the buses.
We're going to dismiss car riders first, and we're going to do it by road.
The district superintendent says the best decision for these students was to keep them right here.
We've talked to the City of Loveland road crews. We've talked to the township road crews. We've watched Channel 9 weather. And as we do that, you can see that the storm was starting to subside. And a lot of the things that people saw at 10 o'clock, by talking to the experts, you could see that that was going to get better. We were going to be able to treat the roads. The temperatures are in the mid to high 20s, so the salt's working. And really keeping the kids longer in our situation was the safest thing for us to do.
Both schools say many parents called asking why there was no early dismissal. Some kept their children home altogether. But for these kids, all the snow meant just another day in class. This sled outside Indian Hill Elementary, the closest thing to sled riding in sight. Some districts did make the decision to send the kids home early. Milford did, for example. Superintendents say a lot of that just comes down to the topography they're dealing with, the roads, the subdivisions, things like that. All the districts did make a point to say one thing they try not to consider is the number of calamity days, the number of snow days they have left before they will have to go later in the year. They say, once again, it comes down to student safety. Back to you.
Deborah Haas reporting live from Newport. Thanks, Deb.